So here's the big question. How do you sell heavy-duty parts in a digital world? That's the question, and this is the place where you're going to find the answers. My name is Jamie Irvin, and we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another edition of Jamie Irvin Live. I'm Jamie Irvin, and today is October the 7th, and we are here today live again to talk about that big question, how to sell heavy-duty parts in a digital world. Now, with all of our live broadcasts, I just wanted to encourage everyone, if you would like to comment or ask a specific question, I want you to be part of this live broadcast. And by all means, I will do what I can to respond to your comments or answer your questions. Today, we are going to start a new segment where we're going to focus on the homepage of your website. So we've been at this now 20 plus weeks. We've talked about everything from e-commerce to social media, paid advertising, organic search results. We have gone deep on this subject of selling heavy-duty parts in a digital world. But I really want to help you with your website and making the copy of your website work for you to help you to sell more parts. So if you want your homepage to perform properly, there's a number of things that you need to do. And when you think about it, the homepage is one of the most important parts of your website. Many of the companies that I work with, when I first look at their website, I see a lot of the same kind of mistakes being made by most heavy-duty parts companies. And we're going to get into that specifically today. We're going to try to talk about one part of the homepage each week for the next few weeks. And today we're going to talk about the top menu, also known as the navigation bar. But before we get into that, I want to kind of just explain why this is such a missed opportunity with the homepage. So one of the things I see in a lot of people's homepages is that there's no real clear direction for what you want visitors to do. And also, the homepage really is not built for one specific type of visitor to the site. So when you have someone coming back to your site time and time again, and they're already buying from you, they're going to be using your site in a very different way than someone who is finding you, let's say through organic search results or through a paid ad for the first time. The homepage really needs to be built for that first time viewer, the person who has found your website for the first time. They are just wanting to learn about you. And so this is who the homepage is for. And what I see a lot of companies try to do is they try to serve new visitors as well as returning visitors with the homepage, and it really just doesn't work. So that's why this is such a missed opportunity, because what you really want is you want your homepage to convert prospects and new visitors to your website into customers. Once they become customers, there's other parts of the website they're going to visit more often. But we want to reserve the homepage for just that brand new visitor, someone who's just learning about our company for the first time. Because isn't that the behavior that most people engage in when they first learn about a company or a person? Isn't that the first thing they do is they check them out online? So we want to make sure that when people land on your homepage, you're catering to them and you're moving them through all of the necessary information for them to either buy something directly from you immediately, or at the very least, reach out to you, talk to your salespeople, and take that relationship to the next level. So there's a number of objectives on the homepage that we have to achieve. Let's get into talking about the top menu, the navigation bar. That's what we're going to spend the rest of today talking about, because this is where people get it wrong quite a bit. So I'm just going to move some of this branding off of this. I'm going to share my screen, and I want to show you the typical website that I see. So here we've got ABC Parts Company, my fictitious parts company. And this is how a lot of companies' top menus, the navigation bar, this is how it looks for a lot of people. I'm just going to turn on my highlighter here. Where is it? Oh, of course, we're live and I can't find it. Okay, well, anyway, let's talk about this top menu. So there is just way too many options. And actually, I'm going to switch here to full screen so you can see a little bit more. What exactly does ABC Parts Company want people to do? Can you tell from this top menu, from this navigation bar? I don't think you can. I certainly don't know. There's just so many options. And this is one of the big problems with the homepage is that people try to achieve too many objectives. You need to achieve one objective. That is to convince a new visitor who is learning about you for the first time to do business with you. So how do we go about cleaning this all up? How do we go about making this navigation bar on a homepage, on a website work for the company? Well, the first thing I think that's really important for a company to do is to look at their analytics. Now, here's an example of ABC Parts Company's analytics page. And what we're looking at is we're looking at what pages do your users visit. Now, you see here that people are using the parts cross reference quite a bit on this website. They're clicking the buy parts button, they're clicking the products button, they're clicking the shipping return button, and they're checking out locations. And after that, it falls off dramatically down to zero. So things like contact us, the blog, the media page, nobody's even going to. So if we go back to our top menu here where there's a problem, like why do we have all that stuff crammed in there if nobody's even clicking on it or going to it? Now, there could be an argument that perhaps the reason nobody's clicking on it or going to it is because of the fact that it's so cluttered, people just can't figure out what to do. And so this is where we have to use the analytics, but also use a little bit of intuition to say, okay, what does the analytics tell us about user behavior on our website? What links are they clicking? And then let's put this in a logical order that provides the customer with everything, or the prospect rather, with everything they need to know about making a decision about whether or not they want to do business with you. So, how do we fix the problem? Well, let's go back to our ABC Parts Company here. They have a big mess in their navigation bar, and we're going to clean it up for them based on that analytics. So the first thing is that you can remove links that take people away from your website. Social media is great, but social media links take people off your website and keep them on Facebook, where Facebook and the other social platforms can serve up ads and make money. You want people to be on your website and for you to be able to make money from your customers, not taking people to your social links. Social links should point to your website. Your website doesn't really need to point to social links. Now, it's not that you shouldn't have them on your website, but I recommend moving them to the bottom of your page in the footer. People know to go and look there. And so right away we can get rid of that we can get rid of all the links. Now, let's talk about this hour of operation. See, in a lot of times people will put like a link there. It'll take them to a page. Why extra clicks? If you can just give them the information without them having to click anything, that's a much better user experience. So we can get rid of hours of operation and just tell them when we're open. In this example, we had the phone us and then the phone number. Most people know what a phone number is. They know what to do with it. So just give them your phone number. And then this login for customers, I see that all the time. Maybe maybe you want it there, but I don't think so. I think you can put it in the footer as well. Okay. And then all of these links in here, I've highlighted in green based on our analytics report, which links are being clicked. Everything else can go to the footer. So when we take this analytic approach and we look at the user behavior, we then can build ourselves a much cleaner navigation bar. Now look at how much better this looks compared to what was there before. All the information in the navigation bar is there, and it will give the customer or the prospect rather, the information they need to become a customer. Let's walk through the psychology of evaluating a website for the first time, right? First thing we want to know, do they have the products that I'm looking to buy? That's why people are clicking on the products page. So that should be prominently there in the top menu. What is something that people are worried about when they're doing business with someone new? Isn't it like, what happens if something goes wrong? Like, what happens if I buy something, I need to return it? Or what happens if there's a warranty? Well, shipping and returns is a great link to have on your top menu to give people the confidence and all the information necessary. When they click that link, they can explore for themselves your shipping policies, your return policies, your warranty policies, and that should give them confidence. Okay, so they have the products I want. I'm not so worried now. They seem to have a really strong shipping and return policy. So if something goes wrong, I can always return the product. Now, do they have a location near me if I need help? Well, that's why locations is being clicked on quite frequently. And so this can take people to a locations page where it can show all of your different locations. I also think that it's a great idea to have all of the individual locations of your stores in the footer as well, but we're going to talk about that a little later. Okay, so when are they open? Well, like I said, we don't need to create a link. Just tell them open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Great. There's the phone number. If I do need to talk to somebody, will I be able to actually get through to anyone? There's the phone number. And then, of course, that much used search feature, which is one of the most important features on an e-commerce site, but really on any website for parts, people want to be able to search very quickly. So the products button in the top menu gives the categories of products you sell. The search button allows people to put in specific part numbers and be able to find the part they need very quickly and say, yes, ABC Parts Company sells the part that I need. So isn't this so much better than what was before? And do you see how by being very clear about all of the information, like providing them very clearly all the information they need to psychologically go through this process of evaluating your company, you've set them up to say, all right, I'm ready to buy. And this is the part that most people make a big mistake on. They have a contact us button there. That's not really what people want, is it? Is they want to buy parts. So tell them buy parts. Like, here's the button, and it's right there in the top menu. So if they're ready to buy, they can just click that. Now, if you're selling parts through like e-commerce, maybe this takes you to the web store, the e-commerce section of your site. If you're selling services, perhaps it's not a buy parts, but it's a schedule an appointment, or like one of my clients has schedule an evaluation, a fleet evaluation. Me as a consultant, I have consulting services, and people can click that and book an appointment with me. So for me, it'll be, book an appointment with Jamie. So it's all about figuring out like what is the way for your customer to do business with you. Like, what is it that you want them to do? They're a prospect, they're checking you out for the first time. Ultimately, if you're a parts company, you want them to buy parts, the buy parts button needs to be there in the top menu, so that no matter what part of the website they're on, they can always click buy parts and they can spend some money with you. Isn't that great? Wouldn't that be wonderful to have people coming to us through organic search, spending more money with us? So this is the architecture of the top menu, the navigation. Clean, simple, take people through all of the steps psychologically. Now, what comes next in a website? Well, that, my friends, is what we are going to talk about next week. So we've got our top menu, our navigation bars fixed. But what comes next? Well, what comes next is what's called the hero section. It's that big image right underneath the top menu on the homepage. And there are three things we need to have in this hero image that we're going to talk about next week. And we're going to talk about how so many companies get this section wrong. I'm looking forward to sharing that information with you. So let's stop sharing here, and let's bring up our branding again. There we go. Next week, tune in Thursday, talk about that hero section on your website. If you would like some help with your website, if you would like some help with your digital strategy, I'm a consultant. I'm a communications expert. I am a marketing guy. I focus on helping companies get their message right, get their website built correctly, get their e-commerce platform set up, get their salespeople talking about the company in the right way, educating the parts people to be able to sell more parts. This is what I do. So if you'd like to work with me, send me an email, jamie@heavydutypartsreport.com. This call to action is going to change very soon. I've approved a new section on my website that is dedicated to the consulting services, and you're going to see the architecture that we've been talking about in this new website. I'm just waiting for the designers to go ahead and finish coding it so we can post it online. So very soon, there's going to be a new call to action here that if you want to work with me, you're going to go to the consulting section of our website. But for right now, just send me an email. We'll set up a video call. We'll talk about your website, your specific situation, and I'll show you how you can make your website perform better, be more clear, reach more people, and convert those prospects who are checking you out into repeat customers. And isn't that going to be wonderful? Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.